Hey guys, it's Lucid. We're back. I have done quite a bit of fixing on the map. I've done a few things, but the thing I really wanted to show you was I added a province here, and I didn't know how to do it where it wouldn't. If you just add the province normally, it'll hose up all the relationships, like all the connections you put in. So anyway, that's obviously not good because you put much time into that. And the way to do it, I'm just doing this live just because it's faster than all the other shenanigans. But the way to do it is you add it. So like you white pixel it in your, whatever you're using as your image editing tool. And then when you load it into this for the first time, like I had already had the .map file, which is the text file that basically describes the image. That was already done, processed. So when you add it, you add the white dot in the image file. As soon as you do that, you come back to the text, to the actual map editor. And once you're in here, you go right to the province you added. You don't have to tell it there's a province. It knows there's a white dot here. It knows there's a province. So you click on it, right click on it, and you go to Advanced Commands, and you click Province Inserted. And yeah, that will fix it right away. Yeah. If you want to remove it, like if I wanted to take this out because I wasn't happy that I put it in, I would come in here and I would click Province Removed, and then I would save it, and then I think I would go out. I haven't tested this last part, but then I would go out in the image editor and delete the pixel. So if you don't do it in that order, I'm pretty sure it all gets hosed up. I don't know if you can do batch province adds, like you click on each province added afterwards. I would probably do it one at a time if I were doing it. But anyway, that's good, because now if I need to add something, I think I know how to do it. So that was kind of the first thing I just wanted to show. I guess the more people that know it, the easier it is for people to edit maps. The final thing is I have gone in and I have checked all of the province dependencies, I think. I don't know if I've done like the last... No, I think I've done them all now. So, I mean, we can check. I think I might have ended at like 175. Yeah. I might go back and check like a few more. Yeah, I think they're all done. And when I went back, I did definitely find... Oh, shit, I definitely haven't done, because like this one should have been a connection. Okay, so I might need to move... We'll just do it together real quick right here. It shouldn't take that long. Going and checking dependencies. See, this is one where I would normally put a mountain move province, but I don't want to put it here because... shit, my hands smell like chicken shit. Because that would actually like close off this portion of the map. I don't really want it to roll that way. I'd make this like a dead end. So anyway, the way we're doing it is if it's between two mountains, a lot of times we're going to do a mountain pass, but sometimes we won't for like map balance reasons. So it's not like aesthetics are taking... So you have to kind of look. It's not like you can just like be like, oh, there's two mountains connected, there's going to be a mountain pass. What I've kind of done is what I try to do is if it looks like you can march through to the province without like literally having to scale the cliff of a mountain, then you get a normal connection. If to go from one to another, you probably are going to have to like go on a mountain ridge, then you have to have mountain climbing to go. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like here you'd have to go like down the back of the mountain to get here. There's no like gradual slopes. But I don't know. It's not perfect. I haven't done it all the time. And if doing it would make it where the map is too like immobile for that area, then I'll just not do it. The other thing I've added are these maelstroms. I think the effect looks pretty cool. I was pretty happy with how that came out. So there's a maelstrom here, and it takes you down here. And what that means is it means that because this is the tail end of this lake system, so it means these two lake systems are connected. But it's like a very tenuous connection. So I think what happens a lot of times is if there's two underwater nations in a map, they like immediately are going to have to war each other. This makes it where they could kind of have a tenuous alliance if they wanted to and not fight each other. Like it's not inevitable because they would have to go through some choke point and that could be hard. But yeah, actually it's like a series of choke points kind of. But yeah, but potentially you could still invade the other one without having to go through all this land. So the maelstroms have been added. Let's finish. I think it was on 169. 168. This one appears to be fine. I think we'll do, yeah, the shrine of rollbacks. What was this? 168, 167, 166, World's End, and that one looks. Wait, you can't go here. Yeah, so I definitely haven't gone this high. 165. This one, it doesn't look like it can go, but it can go up through here. 164. Now this one actually maybe should get a mountain connector here. And if you want to go here from here, it's kind of tough, but you can go from here to here. And the idea for this one is to go through here. It's like a steep hike down the back of this hill to actually go into this lake. And there's probably not many things that have map move and or amphibious. Anyway, so that maybe for all intents and purposes kind of blocked off. Okay, 164. That was here, and then 163. Looking good. And then 162. Like these have a mountain pass. I think this is actually appropriate to go from here to here. You have to cross the river. And then 161. What I'm going to do, I think, after this, because I think I have to winterize it, but I can kind of do that in parallel with the last thing. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my Discord after I'm done streaming. And if a few people will just go and check it and just look for things, and I'll make a list of things to look for. And if people will just go do it and kind of post the ranges that they check for, then that will be very helpful. Because it's kind of one of the things, like, once you've stared at this thing so long, it's really hard to check your own work. But you can kind of do it if you just do it really methodically. But you're also kind of just tired of it at that point a little bit too. But I don't know, I'm not really tired of it. I'm kind of had fun working on it. Here we go. You're a C. Actually, and you know what I haven't been checking for is, like, did I get the terrain types right? It's like, that's probably correct. Freshwater. 159, did I get that right? Yeah, this is a large province. Okay, so then 157. And 156. This should be freshwater. It is. Good. Now this one, yeah, if you want to go up this one, you've really got to, like, head hard in the hills. So we might make that a mountain connector. But these ones you can kind of get into the goodies from, like, slow foothills kind of. But this one looks like it would be a hard hike, so we'll do that. I don't see any major balance reasons not to. And then 155. This seems okay. And then 156. Oh wait, that should be 154. Oh, I probably shouldn't have hit all those keys. Okay, a lot of mountain connections on this one, but that's kind of okay. It's kind of removed. It's not, you don't really have to hit it, and you still can get, like, move through it and get out. Because, like, it's a hard connection to get down to the lake, but not a hard connection to go down here to here and get out. 153. That seems about right. This should be a forest, though. Oh, it is. So it's a cave and a forest, because we've got this cave system. And then 152. And then 151. See, I'm even kind of like zoning out a little bit as I do it. Like maybe this one should be, because like technically there's a tiny border to this. I feel like this is already kind of highly connected enough. We're just going to ignore that border. You're not connected. 152. Let me double check that before we go to 150. Okay. 150. You're looking good. We haven't really found many mistakes in a little bit, so we might be getting to the range where I've done 149. Looking sharp. I think this should be ill winter slopes, not ill winters. 148. I realize I put out, like, I've been leaving a lot of apostrophes out too. Oh, that's actually, okay, and this isn't plural. Arcanus Crag. And then, one second, let me go back to my channel. I'm not actually in the chat right now. And I was expecting this to be super short. Cat Seville, hi. Still looking for names. I think the names are mostly done, but if you've got a couple, like, there's still some spaces. Looks like there's a weird connection on 155 across his two mountain provinces. Let's check that out. Yeah, this looks weird, but this province, like, snakes down here, and so it actually does connect to this one. I forgot what number I was on. I know we were on this one over here, Ill Winter. Where the hell did I put it? Well, okay, that's fine. And then 147. The combative moose lands. I love this. This is for battle moose. Yeah, I think there's probably like 20 provinces left that don't have names. I mean, they have just generic names. They're going to be a little hard for me to find. I'll have to click around until I find them, because we've almost got all of them named. I went back through, I checked all these things. I added a maelstrom. And then there were some people in the community that are kind of like, you know, pretty active people that a lot of people know. And I went and tried to add a lot of them. And then there were a couple old friends of like people I've played with. Maybe I haven't even played with in a long time, and I went and added them. 146, gave them some kind of shout out. Seagold Hills, 145. Osterman Archives. And then 144. The Shard Lands. Let's check 145 again, make sure I got it right. Yeah, that's okay. 143. Carlson Woods. This is a forest, freshwater. Seems connected appropriately. 142. This is a swamp. The Gripen Mire. It seems to be connected appropriately. 141. Kareen. This is a generic one. Ethan, since you posted, we'll go ahead and name this one for you, buddy. Do Ethan's Bald. You can come back and have me do it as something else. It'll be kind of like a hill. This is... Oh, wait, this is a forest. We won't do it a bald. What's a good word for forest? I've kind of used a lot of them already. Forest, wood, thicket, glade, woods. I think I even put timber yard in here somewhere. Should call it crossing. That could be a lot of things. And then 140. Blitz Eternal. This one is a nothing. Just a normal province. Seems appropriately connected. And I think we're getting very close to stuff I've definitely done. Okay, Shallows of Despair. Yeah, I've definitely done this one before. 138. Let's make sure I have the connections right, though. Okay, 138. This one is connected right. Zonks. See, this should be plural. I not plural apostrophe. And then 137, Mists of Stalin. I know I've done this one before. Did I do this right? Yeah. It should be a wasteland. It is, okay. And then 136, Jackalor's Japes. Should be plural. Not plural, possessive. And then 135, Parrying Peninsula. This should be, okay, this is a waste. And it's, see, if this is a waste, this should be a waste. Okay, that's a waste too, good. Salty Ends, one of my more favorite provinces. Did we get the connections right? We did. Oh, yeah, we did. Then 136. Okay, wait, no. 134. Yeah, okay. 133. Trogdor. 132. Oh, it looks like I missed one. There's a connector right here. So I think I've actually looked at this one before. I just missed it. And there might be a connector here. I think we're going to say that doesn't exist, though. Maglor's Gap. Oh, one thing I changed. This one didn't have a border, and I went and added the border, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this one shouldn't connect anymore, because before this province like technically probably went down here to the lake, and so I had it connected. But now you can see there's really no connection since I moved the border up here, and I went and made it so the Dominion borders line up too. I don't even know where I left off. Was I at 130? 129? 128? I think I've got almost all of them. And honestly, somebody else needs to look at this. So, Lily Heights. And then 125. And then technically there might be a connection down here. I don't think I really want that though. Joe Brandon's Tilth. And then 124. Oh, this one should connect down here, shouldn't it? Okay, we totally missed that. So, okay, I'm glad we kept checking. This is a generic province too. 123. You were appropriately connected. Oh, big mistake. That needs to be connected. What are you connected to? Okay, you need to be connected over here, buddy. Whoa, this one was just like horribly messed up. 122. Oh, I think... Is that what that was? Okay, yeah. Many sites. Oh, this might be helpful to terrain type. Wasteland, 122, 121. Mountain caves. Yeah, this actually is pretty helpful. It's ugly as shit, but it's helpful. Mountain, Razor's Reach, and I definitely remember working on that, but apparently I've still made some mistakes. It's really hard to check your own work, I tell you what. 118, 119, wait, 117. Django's my dog, so he's right next to me. Little peninsula. Django's Leash. Right next to Lucidium. That was an ad. Stale Turn Tide. And then technically you should catch... Yeah. I guess we'll give you 2. Why not? 115. Plot hole planes. 114. Generally confused. Seems good. And there should be, and it's kind of weird because we're still finding mistakes this far in. You have to miss a mistake twice for you to get it, because every time you check a province, like every border, basically every connector has somebody on each end. So you have to miss it on both of the sides to actually fuck up, which apparently I've been doing. 111. This one connects through here, 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 here. Okay. Mead Maker's Meadows. That's fine. Whoops. 109. I think we'll stop at 100 because I know I've been to 100. This is Eador. I mean, I know I've already been this far, but whatever. At some point we have to kind of call it. So what I'm going to do after this is put this on Discord where people can test it. I don't want anybody to put it on, if people don't mind, in the multiplayer servers yet, because it's not ready for multiplayer. And it would just be confusing to have like weird copies on there. Meanwhile, I'm going to figure out how to winterize it with like Adobe filters. So that will be entertaining. If anybody knows filters that should go on. Dreaming About Dragons, what's up, man? Yeah, there's some really funny, like this is a funny name. Hindsight, I'm just having to randomly be clicking on it. Hindsight Hollows. Yeah, we definitely have some Captain Hindsights. God, I'm not going to say who it is. There's one guy on the Discord server that annoys me a ton. And it's like, anytime you talk about doing something, he's like, that's a dumb strategy because it can be countered by such and such. And I'm like, but that, I mean, it still works sometimes. Like, it's not always countered. He's like, well, if you play with noobs, it's not countered. I'm like, okay. I mean, because there's like a rock to every scissors and a paper to every rock, doesn't mean that every strategy's dumb. So I would maybe call him Master Hindsight. 105. $104. Dreaming About Dragons, we don't really have one for you. We're gonna have to give you a province name. Let's how should we, if you have any ideas for what we should do, like it shouldn't be Dreaming About Dragons, but it could be something like, Dragon's Clouds, or I don't know, we'll have to figure it out. Bal's Hunt. 103. Lucidium. Let's make sure I didn't fuck up my own province too much. 102. Lasky Mines. And then the connections seem right. 101. Flats of Taurak. And then 100. Oh, did I get this guy all right? I think we did. 100. Nails Cauldron. This should have an apostrophe. And then 99. Yeah, Dreaming About Dragons. Divine Hills. Okay, as soon as I get to the next one, we're going to pause and we're going to figure out what we're going to do to do Dreaming About Dragons. That shouldn't be too hard to weave into a province name. This one seems right. 98. 99, or 97. Depths of Demise. 96. Death Basket Bank. Seems appropriately connected. This long one's going down to the other whirlpool. 95. Linshire. Okay. Dragon Dream Catcher. There we go. I hope that passes. 94. Yeah, okay, we're under 100, and we found it. And I haven't seen any mistakes under 100. And I think the ones under 100 I've kind of checked 3 times now. So there it is. I think we've done it. Let's save the map. And honestly, it should be playable right now. But I'm going to put it up. If a couple people will go check it, or if we probably have like 5 people just go through and randomly click on stuff, or maybe one person do it really thoroughly, then I think it would be pretty much ready to go. The only thing I have to do is a winterized version. So I think I'm going to get to that. I'm going to turn off the stream, but I think we're about done. Let's go as a final getting ready. I think this will work. I've added a province, so it may hose it up, but we'll see. Oh no. Yeah, it moved some of the Dominion candles because there's an additional province, so some things got hosed up. But oh, 1 second. Let's make sure this doesn't actually happen in the real game. And I have several backups of it, so you see how I was like clicking somewhere and it was selecting a different province? That's what happens when your map's hosted up. But that's probably because that map, like that game was made with the smaller version of the map, or like without a province added. Okay, am I blind? Oh, it's up at the top. Okay. We're playing Eador. You do kind of feel like you almost get vertigo when you're on this side of the map. You just feel like you're falling down the side of the book. Okay, everything seems to be working. And if you click in the void, nothing happens, which is kind of smart. It's not like randomly selecting weird provinces. Even if you click close to them, it's using the Dominion outline, so that's actually good. I was worried because when you're in the map editor, it's not necessarily good about knowing like where you click, what to select. But here you can see like, you know, it wouldn't necessarily know what to select for this because I'm clicking at some like random spot. But then if I click like slightly on different sides of the border, it knows. So that's actually good. I was actually kind of worried about that. Anyway, looking good. I'm going to winterize it, and I'm going to put it on Discord right now. So, thanks, guys. All right, let me check the chat before I sign off. How about Kadath or Lomar or Xenian? Get those Lovecraft references in. All right, if I go back, I might put those in, Forrest. Yeah, okay, well, let's talk about the candles real quick, because... Well, we'll talk about them. I'll put them in another video. But basically, the big candles are connected to each other, and then each big candle has one or more small candles on the ground it's connected to. So because this is not a wraparound map, this is away from like the periphery of the map. You're not actually in a corner. Like you can A, move out from there, and B, be attacked from there. So it creates a way to have a wraparound map without it taking like literally forever to get around the map. So you can see some of the small candles here. Like this candle goes up to this one, and then from this one you can go to any of the other big candles, and then from the big candle you can drop down in somewhere else. So it should be interesting. All right, I think that's it. Take care.